Are you frustrated that you keep losing momentum? Then you're going to want to listen to this episode where I deal with this very common problem so that you don't have to be frustrated by it anymore. And I would love for you to steal my strategy for not losing momentum. I'm doing the Breakthrough 2025. We just had the first big session where we went through and I took them through the phases to be able to create their own breakthrough blueprint. And then we have monthly calls now moving forward to make sure that plan gets into place. And one of the women who was coming on board, when we were chatting before about her joining, she said, Diane, I think this is the right option for me because, I get going and I start doing some stuff and then I lose momentum. Have you ever felt that way? Losing momentum is the worst when you've already got a little bit of a movement going. Getting that motivation in the beginning can be so hard. First, it's about believing that you can go for something, and then it's putting the right pieces into place, and then staying inspired, and then being motivated to go for it. Well, it's so easy to lose momentum and motivation. And then the sad thing is, as that continues on, you're going to lose confidence that you can actually do the thing that you've set out to do. So I want you to be able to steal my strategy so that you don't lose momentum. Now, do I lose momentum? All the friggin' time. I do. But there are things that I have in place that really help me to be able to continue things and keep going. Now, let's first look at why do we lose momentum? Sometimes we go too hard, too fast, and we burn out. So if you could imagine running a race, just even a 5K race, and you decide the first K you're going to sprint the whole way. Probably you won't even be able to sprint a full K, but you decide to sprint. And now you're like, this is too much. And so that's often what happens when people go for goals. They're so inspired, so excited. They've got this surge of energy and they try to do it all and they start neglecting themselves and their needs. So if I'm going to keep my momentum going, I need to make sure that I am properly fed. I get hangry, that I have the right amount of sleep, that I'm caring for my emotional needs, whether that be by daily doing my daily devotions, my praying, journaling, phoning a friend, whatever it may be, so that my emotional, mental needs are being met. Super crucial. The other reasons why you maybe are losing momentum. So the first being the burnout factor. The second is you get stuck at some point. You get stuck. And then you go, shoot, what am I supposed to do? I don't know how to do this, or I don't know the answer, or I gotta know. What do I do now? And you're stuck in the place of this happened and I'm stuck and I'm here and I don't know how to move forward. And I encourage you to adopt a how can I approach. Now, it's not always easy to have the how can I approach when you're by yourself, right? Because you're a silo. It's kind of like if you think of a, a field with a tree in it and it's windy, and that tree is being battered and being battered and being battered because it's by itself. The key thing for momentum and for being able to figure out those times that you're stuck is to have others around you. So have others for the strategy. So you can say, hey, this is where I'm at. How do I move forward? You have others there for the support, the come on, you can do it, the cheerleading, the you can go. And also to have people around you for accountability. Accountability. Because how many times are you stuck, but you're not really stuck? The answer is there, but there's some sort of limiting belief holding you back. And so you need others there to be able to call you out and be like, come on, let's go. Right? Also, when you are in the first stage, that feeling of like you go too hard, too fast, You need people around you to be able to be like, hey, pace yourself. Hey, you're leading to burnout. Hey, I've noticed you're changing or you're not looking good. Or stop. You need to take a day off. You can't work 24/7 every day of the week, all month. You just can't. So if you went too hard too fast, if you're feeling stuck, and another piece is you start to believe the negative self-talk. If you are burnt out or you're stuck for too long, the negative limiting beliefs are there, right? And so how do you manage that? Well, there's so much we can do around coaching, but what I do even before all of that is I make sure when I'm winning, when I'm achieving, when I've checked things off my list, that I am celebrating, that I'm celebrating that accomplishment, that I am being witnessed by others because I'm sharing with them, and then I'm pulling the wisdom from it. This is a crucial, crucial piece of my year and a crucial piece of every time I accomplish something. Now, today, that in the Breakthrough 2025, when we went through the reflection process, boy, did people perk up, right? So being celebrated by sharing and having other people acknowledge them was huge. And what's going to happen is later on, they're going to be in a place of confidence. Because when we are feeling a lack of motivation, when we're feeling a lack of inspiration, when we're feeling that we don't have the confidence to keep going, by looking at past successes at the beginning of the year is going to help to continue you on. We actually, years ago, I did a another episode around the motivation mountain and the importance of celebrating successes at the top of the mountain, at your achievement, at your peak, rather than climbing all the way down and up again. Because a lot of times it's the down, it's the valley, it's the stuckness where we do lose motivation and confidence and we get into our limiting beliefs and we get burnt out. That's when we need the momentum from the celebration, from the achievement, from the learning, from the golden nuggets. And so that's what we did today. And so this client who joined, who said, every time I get going, I seem to lose focus, lose momentum. That's not going to happen for her now. Why? She's not going to be burnt out because we have a plan for how she's going to move ahead, with a whole bunch of tools, values, theme, guidelines that are going to help her to stay the course. She's not going to feel like a silo. She's not going to be stuck because she's got my strategy, the cheering of the group, the accountability of a structure, and these monthly calls. And even better in VIP, when you get one-on-one calls with me, laser sessions, and additional mastermind hot seat times every month. And she's not going to lose momentum, motivation, inspiration, or any of that because she has created a plan based on her achievements and the learning from it, based on the learning from her disappointments, even. So if you want to steal my strategy, I encourage you to show up for the Breakthrough 2025. Yes, our main session is complete, but you have access to the recordings. You have access to me through a private online group, and you have our monthly calls to be able to make sure that you don't lose momentum, to make sure that not only do you not lose momentum, but you actually get to hit the accelerator button and go even faster. So while you may think, I missed out, I missed the boat, we got 12 months, girl. We got 12 months to do this together. So do you want to invite me in to do the planning with you, to support you, and to cheer you on and give you strategy along the way? Then make sure you click the link to pick up the breakthrough. I'm talking all about momentum. If you want the momentum, pick up the Breakthrough 2025. You definitely will be grateful to yourself that you did, and you get to join an amazing community of women who are planning boldly and living intentionally, and they're going to reach all their goals with tons of momentum. Make sure you share this with a friend, hit subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of the learning here. And please know that I do this in as a podcast, also on my YouTube channel, and they're put together as a blog so that you can enjoy in all different modalities. Until next time, stay dynamic. Bye.